So, you want to know about the hit CW series Supernatural. It ran for 15 years from 2005 to 2020, the cursed year. I'm not going to say that the years since have been bad because the show ended. Anyway, so the premise is that there's Dean and Sam, and when Dean was 4 years old and Sam was 6 months old, their mother was killed by a demon. Ever since, their father, John, has been obsessed with finding the demon and killing it, so much so that he turns the boys into hunters, which is what they're called in the show. And basically, they just hunt ghosts and demons for a while, for their entire lives. And it's not good. So, here we go. Season 1. They find out vampires are real. They meet Meg the demon. They meet Bobby. John dies trying to kill the demon, who was basically taunting them the entire season. And John dies by selling his soul to said demon in order to save Dean's life. Season 2. Sam is psychic because of something the demon did when he was a baby. There's other people like him, not many though, and most of them die in this season. He's supposed to lead the demon army, which isn't really that expanded on at the time. Sam dies for the first time. Dean brings him back by selling his soul to a different demon who gives him 1 year to live. Season 3. Sam and Bobby try everything they can think of to save Dean from going to hell. They fail, and Dean goes to hell. Very important to mention, there's this one episode called Mystery Spot in which the trickster, who we meet in season 1 or 2, basically makes Dean die over and over and over and over again in like a time loop situation that only Sam is aware of. It happens 100 times, and then the next day is a Wednesday, and Dean dies again, and then Sam goes crazy, basically going fully obsessed with trying to find this trickster, and then the trickster is like, I feel bad for you, and then he brings Dean back, and then it's never mentioned again. Season 4. Dean is raised from hell by the angel Castiel, who becomes a recurring character on the series and later a main character, in order to, further heaven's agenda. There are 66 seals that the demons are trying to break, and it turns out that heaven is also trying to break them in order to start the apocalypse by releasing Lucifer from his cage in hell. Sam does what he thinks is the right thing because he's being manipulated by a demon named Ruby into drinking demon blood to become powerful enough to kill this other demon named Lilith, who he is led to believe is the one thing who is going to raise Lucifer, and if he kills her, then everything will be fine. Turns out killing her is the thing that raises Lucifer. Oops. Season 5. Sam and Dean are meant to be possessed by Lucifer and Michael, respectively, in order to have a little apocalypse battle, but end the world. They both hate this. They don't want to do this. They spend the entire season looking for a way out of this. They have a third brother named Adam that they meet. Adam ends up getting possessed by Michael. Sam ends up getting possessed by Lucifer. But it's okay because they have a plan. They made a key by killing the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, except death, and taking their rings and turning them into a little key into the cage. Sam takes control over his own body, throwing him, Lucifer, who's inside of him, and Adam/Michael into the cage. This was supposed to be the original end of the show. Season 6. Sam is brought back to life, or not back to life, back to Earth, because he was just in the cage. Dean has been living happily for an entire year with this woman, Lisa, and the kid, Ben, because he was in love with her. And Sam has been back almost the entire year. Also, he's just been avoiding Dean. And he's been working with his grandfather, who was also brought back from the dead for some reason, Samuel Campo. They are catching alpha monsters in order to help Crowley and also Cass, but we don't know that yet, to find Purgatory and also take all the souls out of Purgatory. And the reason Cass does this because he's in a civil war up in heaven with Raphael because everything's been in chaos since Michael disappeared. Cass eats all the souls from Purgatory and he becomes God. Season 7. Cass, as God, does all this really good stuff, like he kills the KKK and he stops world hunger and blah, 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 blah. He's just a really good guy. And then Sam and Dean convince him to put all the souls back because it's sort of, ruining him. Except some of them get loose and they kill Cass, and these guys are the Leviathan. And the Leviathan systematically take over the entire United States through a corporation known as Sucre Corp, I think. So basically, Sam and Dean have to be really careful. They're like sneaking around. We get introduced to this prophet named Kevin. He's 17. which is opposed to the prophet we met back in season 5 named Chuck, who wrote an entire book series called Supernatural, which was literally just an account of Sam and Dean's life within the universe of the show. Cass comes back, and then the end of the season, Meg the Demon, who has come back a couple times, I just didn't mention her because she wasn't important. Crowley, who's the king of hell, we meet him a couple seasons ago. Cass, Sam, and Dean use Borax to defeat the Leviathan as Dean and Cass get sent to Purgatory by accident. Season 8. Dean is back from Purgatory, Cass is not. Sam retired from hunting, Dean hates that. Cass comes back from Purgatory under dubious means. Turns out he's under mind control by this other angel named Naomi who really wants him to kill Dean. He doesn't kill Dean. In fact, he takes this tablet called the Demon Tablet, which is supposed to give you instructions to kill hell. It was written by Metatron. He's a scribe of God. We don't like him. He takes it and he hides it, and he runs away. And then Sam and Dean undergo these trials that they get from the Demon Tablet, which is being translated by Kevin. And the trials are he has to kill a demon hound, he has to bring a soul from hell to heaven, an innocent soul, so they bring Bobby because he dies in season 7, and the third one is to cure a demon. So what they do, and they also learn about the Men of Letters, which were a secret society until the 1950s when they all mysteriously were killed by a Knight of Hell named Abaddon. She chills out. She's not really that important. So basically, Sam almost ends his own life trying to cure the demon Crowley because you have to give him a bunch of blood and stuff, and the trials were making him super sick anyway, and then Dean at the very last minute convinces him not to. Cass and Metatron, were trying to use the angel tablet, because if there's a demon tablet, of course there's an angel tablet, to close heaven forever, but then what happens is that Metatron betrays Castiel, steals his grace, and causes every single angel to fall out of heaven, which is bad.